Today I want to take a look at technique and form on the side plank. The side plank is one of my favorite core exercises that really works on the obliques, QL, a lot of these muscles that stabilize the spine and the frontal plane, so it prevents this lateral sway throughout the body. So if we're using those muscles, we actually create some good stiffness through here to prevent the body from falling or hips dropping side to side. Okay, very important for just everyday tasks, runners, athletes. To be honest, everyone should be able to perform and should be performing some kind of side plank variation because it's so valuable. So the biggest thing I'm seeing with the side plank is it's actually down not at the core where most people are focusing, it's actually at the foot and the ankle. So if I set up here on a side plank, let me go this side, look at my position. So what I'm seeing that's usually done improperly is people set up here, they stack the feet without putting any emphasis on driving that bottom edge of the shoe into the ground. So you can see what happens as I lift up. My ankle is actually going into more of a inverted position this way, as opposed to me trying to push into eversion, push the corner of that shoe into the ground to get more space between my lower leg. Okay, so we don't want to be touching lower leg to the ground. That's usually what I see with a lot of people when they first do this, when I test them, because this is one of the tests in my initial evaluation. But you'll see here, if you're not able to push that bottom foot into the ground, your lower leg comes pretty close, if not touches the ground, and I can see how much, I can feel that already, how much pressure is being built up through my lat in my spine. It's almost like this up here becomes so much harder because I'm not setting up properly down there. So what I want you to work on with the side plank is, in your setup, watch what I'm doing with my foot. Instead of just letting it hang out here on the ground, put the corner edge of the shoe in, actually roll yourself. I'm gonna slide, see how I slid down a little bit? Because I want to really get on the edge of that shoe. I'm going to use my top foot to reinforce that shoe to give myself good leverage down there, because if you don't have a good fulcrum point, nothing matters up here. You're going to be struggling. You're almost going to be at a disadvantage the entire time. So we need to set up properly. So from here, if I use that corner edge of the shoe, I'm going to lift my hips up, and then I don't feel, compared to before, I don't feel the amount of stress through the shoulder, the lat, and the core as I did. It actually is a lot easier to perform, and you can see how much space I have between the side of that lower leg and the floor. There's so much more room there because I'm setting myself up in a position where now I can find that nice long line. From there, you need to make sure that you're finding the right position without going too far the other way, okay? So from here, neutral, spines in a straight line. If I had a broomstick, hopefully I'd be able to point from my nose right down the front, right down the center of my chest, right down the middle of the hips, all the way down between the legs to the feet. I should be symmetrical from side to side, but I don't want to get in a position either where I'm slouched, we have an angle here, or a lot of people cheating, trying to get up too high like this, okay? So we want to find that nice long neutral position. So I really recommend looking at your foot position when you're performing a side plank. Take an extra, all it takes is 5 to 10 seconds. Try to make sure the corner of that shoe is digging into the ground. There's more space between the lower leg and the floor, and then drive the hips up to find that nice neutral spine, because essentially I want to be in this position the entire time, just on my side. It's not here, and not slouching the hips. So those are a few tips to help you really improve the effectiveness of your side plank. If you have any questions or you like this video, please like below, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and hopefully I can start adding more of these technique tip videos in the future. Thanks, guys.